Picture this. One of the most iconic heavy metal bands in history, Slipknot, has been forced to use a clunky workaround like Slipknot1.com as their official online home for over 2 decades, all because a mysterious cyber squatter snatched up the straightforward Slipknot.com domain and turned it into a bazaar for phony merchandise. It's a tale of digital theft that hits close to home for fans and musicians alike. But here's where it gets controversial. Is this just a straightforward case of justice, or could there be a gray area in the world of domain ownership that makes you question who's really in the right? Let's dive into the details to understand how this bizarre situation unfolded. For almost 25 years, Slipknot, the Grammy-winning nu metal powerhouse known for their intense live shows and masked personas, has had to settle for Slipknot1.com as their primary website. This workaround became necessary because the coveted Slipknot.com URL was seized early on by an anonymous individual who remains shrouded in secrecy. Purchased back in February 2001, just 2 years after the band's groundbreaking debut album, Slipknot, dropped in 1999, this domain has been a thorn in their side ever since. The owner, who uses a post office box in the Grand Caymans as their only traceable link, has effectively sat on this digital real estate, profiting by directing confused fans to pages hawking knockoff cheap promo products and imitation costume masks that ape the band's authentic goods. And this is the part most people miss. The squatter's site isn't just a static landing page. It's actively misleading visitors. Imagine you're a die-hard fan searching for official Slipknot gear, only to click on what looks like the official site and end up buying counterfeit masks or other band-related items. That's exactly what's been happening, leading to lost sales and damaged reputation for the real Slipknot. To combat this, the band has taken decisive action by filing a lawsuit in a Virginia federal court, citing the Anti-Cybersquatting Consumer Protection Act, a U.S. law designed to protect trademarks from such predatory tactics. For beginners wondering what this act entails, think of it as a shield against digital hijackers who register domains mimicking famous names or brands to exploit public goodwill. Essentially, it allows rightful owners to challenge and reclaim domains that confuse or deceive consumers, ensuring that companies and artists aren't undermined by opportunistic squatters. The band's legal team, led by attorney Craig Riley, lays it out plainly in the court documents. The domain name was registered in an effort to profit off of plaintiffs' goodwill and to trick unsuspecting visitors, under the impression they are visiting a website owned, operated, or affiliated with plaintiff, into clicking on web searches and other sponsored links. In other words, it's not just about the name. It's about intentional deception that funnels fans toward unauthorized products, causing tangible harm to Slipknot's brand. As of now, the site remains operational, peddling these bootlegged wares alongside some image-generative AI features, which might involve AI-produced visuals tied to the band's image, another layer of exploitation. Now let's touch on the controversial side of this story. Domain squatting has long been a debated topic in the tech world. On one hand, it's clear-cut. Bands and brands deserve to control their online identity. But what has the squatter invested time and effort into building something on that domain over 25 years? Does the passage of time grant any legitimacy, or is it still outright theft? Critics of the Anti-Cybersquatting Act argue it can sometimes punish legitimate domain purchasers who act in good faith, though in this case, the intent to profit off confusion seems evident. And here's where it gets really thought-provoking. In an era where domain names are treated like real estate, should there be a statute of limitations on such claims? Or is this a necessary tool to uphold intellectual property rights? What do you think? Do you side with Slipknot in their fight to reclaim their name? Or can you see any merit in the squatter's position after holding the domain for so long? Share your thoughts in the comments. Does this highlight bigger issues with online ownership and digital ethics that need addressing? We'd love to hear your take.